The story begins when Judy, a little bunny, succeeds in joining the police and tries to participate in a manhunt against one of the criminals, but the officer in charge, Pogo, treats her harshly and scolds her in his office. Jody volunteers to search for him, but Officer Pogo refuses at first and under the pressure of Mayor Bellwether's help agrees, but he stipulates that Jody solves the case within 48 hours or she submits her resignation. After investigating, Judy was able to find the last person who saw the kidnapped victim, Nick the little red fox, so Judy blackmailed the fox Nick to work with her through a video condemning him for tax evasion. Indeed, Nick and Judy tracked the victim's trail and found him at one of the gangs, but at that moment something strange happened. The kidnapped victim turned into a predator attacking everyone, which caused a complete mess, made Officer Pogo insist on Judy's resignation. But the fox Nick reminded him that the period had not expired and there were still 10 hours on the 48 hours. With the help of Nick, Judy continued the search for the victim, by examining traffic cameras, through which they managed to locate her, as she was settling in one of the laboratories located on the edge of the cliff, and it turned out that the laboratory is the private property of the mayor of Zootopia, and in it some of the victims who turned from familiarity to savagery were detained behind closed doors. After finding out the location of the victims, the rabbit Judy called the police department and the mayor was arrested, and the assistant Bellwether took over his position. Events unfold and Judy is forced to resign and she returns to her village. And there she discovers that the reason for the peaceful animals to turn wild is due to a flower that greatly affects the actions. Which prompted Judy to return to the city and call Nick to investigate the case, and by investigating, the two revealed the existence of a secret laboratory next to the metro station, manufacturing a drug from that flower, which is responsible for the transformation process that happens to animals. Before Jody can go to the police station to give her findings, Bellwether confronts the mayor's assistant, who took over his post after he was suspended, and Bellwether confesses that she is responsible for the manufacture of these drugs and steals the incriminating evidence from Jody. Then there is a fierce fight between Jody and Nick on one side and the help of Mayor Bellwether on the other, and Jody manages to recover the evidence and prove the involvement of Assistant Bellwether in the case of animal cruelty and turning them into savagery. So she is imprisoned for her actions and Jody returns to work with the police with her new friend Nick, who becomes the first fox to join the police.